Welcome to your reading. This is Rooted Souls Tarot. I'm Lisa and this is your weekly tarot reading. So we're going to start off with these lovely, what they're called, Colette Baron Reid Spirit Animal Oracle cards. Give them a little bit of a shuffle. So don't forget this is for you, Leo, if you are Leo, Sun, Moon or Rising. And don't forget it is a general reading, so just take from it what you need and leave behind what you don't. Simple. Okay, so let's have two cards. Lizard Spirit, dream the world into being. Koi Fish Spirit, there is always enough. So, this week I think is going to be all about manifestation, about creating a vision for your life and putting it out there into the universe and maybe setting some goals and working towards what your vision is. Because if we don't have a vision, if we don't have a goal in our life, then it's very difficult for us to actually attain that because the universe doesn't know what we want. So in order for us to move forward in a really productive way, we need to have a vision. So this week I think is all about you putting this vision together, seeing what it is that you want from your life in the future. There is always enough, Koi Fish Spirit. So whether, you know, the situation that you are looking for, whether the vision that you've got for yourself down the line involves something that you don't have a lot of at the moment, you know, that is something that you can work on. That's something that you can move towards because there is always enough. It's just a case of getting yourself into alignment and so being on the same vibration as that thing so that you can draw that into your life. So let's have a look at the tarot cards, Leo. I've got the Rider-Waite deck here. Let's have a few cards, see what's going on. The Lovers is our first card. The Wheel of Fortune. The Five of Wands. The Page of Pentacles. And the Knight of Wands. So the Lovers card. The Lovers is all about connection. It's about deep connection. It doesn't have to be with a lover. It could be with a family member. It could be with a friend. It could be with a boss even. It's just a very deep connection that you have this week that's going to be important. And I think it's going to be very important in how or they are going to be very important in how you move forward. Excuse me. Excuse me, for the future. So let's have a couple more cards to go with that. The Knight of Swords. The Nine of Wands. So the Knight of Swords, he is on a mission. And this is the energy of really pushing yourself forwards. You know, he's not messing about there. He's almost running into the wind. He's running into the wind. Maybe you this week, you know, you may be running into the wind yourself. You may be moving into energy that may be quite difficult. That's not as straightforward, but you're on a mission. You want to achieve something this week, and I feel like you've really like got this energy about you where you are really wanting to achieve your goals and push yourself forward and move on with life, basically the top and bottom of it. And I think, you know, this is the card of having difficulties in the past, about, you know, things being a little bit tough in the past, but you're being persistent. You're being persistent. You are resilient, actually, and you are moving onwards, moving forwards with this Knight of Swords energy. And I think you're doing it with somebody else. I think there's definitely somebody else involved. You'll have to excuse me if you can hear a little bit of banging or tapping. There's somebody working in the back garden. So I do apologise if you can hear that. Yeah, so I think for you this week, it's all about taking the bull by the horns, having that energy within you to just really take yourself forwards, despite the fact that you might be coming up against some challenges. But, you know, you've been there in the past. You've gone through hardship. You've been through difficult times, and you're still going because you are resilient. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune next. The Wheel of Fortune is telling us that if things have been difficult, then things are about to shift, things are about to change. That Wheel of Fortune is about to start turning. And you can often think of the Wheel of Fortune as being fated. So whatever's happening, however it's turning, the direction that it's pushing you in, it is meant to be. It's fated for you. And I think this is very much to do with your vision for yourself for the future. So this vision that you're creating for yourself, this future, this is it. This is where you need to be going. And I think that Wheel of Fortune is going to help you, is going to shove you in that right direction, keep pointing you in that direction of where you need to be going. We've got the Knight of Cups. We've got an awful lot of knights. We've got 3 up to now, 3 out of the 4. So that Knight of Cups is about you taking active steps to move towards your happiness, move towards maybe love, security, stability, joy. So I think this new path that you're setting yourself up on, that you're really pushing for, is one that's going to bring you happiness, bring you love, bring you joy, stability, security, all of those things. We've got the Ace of Wands, new opportunities. So I think a brand new opportunity is coming your way this week, or the beginning of it. Don't forget, an ace is a little seedling. It's something that you can nurture, that you can put your time, your energy into. You can make it bigger or as big as you want to, and make the most of it as you want to. So there's an opportunity coming your way with this wheel being shifted, that Wheel of Fortune starting to turn, and you being proactive. I feel like you're being very, very proactive this week, because I think you're on a bit of a mission. We've got that 5 of Wands there. 5 of Wands is about conflict, and I think this is more about maybe feeling conflicted about what it is, how you want your future to look, what it is that you're heading for. So I think maybe spending a little bit of time clarifying that, and sort of fine-tuning what it is that you want. Sit with it, see how it feels. Imagine yourself, visualize yourself in the space and in what it is that you're wanting for yourself. How does it feel? Does this feel right? Does this feel good? Does this feel, what you want for yourself ultimately? We've got the 10 of Swords, and we've got the 5 of Pentacles. So the 10 of Swords is about an ending. It's about quite a sharp ending, and it can be an ending that's brought about by other people, but I think it is it's an ending of stressful time, and I think we've got that conflict card. I think we've got that 10 of Swords, and so I think maybe this week things might blow up a little bit and there might be some stress, but it's the last sort of burst of stress in your life. Obviously general reading, something different for everybody, but I think this needs to happen for, it's like, it has to go up in order for it to come down. And I think for some of you, it's related to your material life, maybe your lack of material life. So maybe it's money that you're struggling for, and it's like the last straw, and it really shifts your decision. Or maybe your health isn't great, and this is just the last straw, and it shifts your decision. So I think there's something this week that's going to really hammer home what it is that you want, that's going to help you to fine-tune that vision for your future. And I think it's the last, it's the last straw, it's the last thing. But do you know what? This thing that's going to happen, that this feeling that you're going to have, it's a blessing, because it is the thing that shoves you forward. Because, if we're comfortable, we don't tend to change things. We don't tend to want to move, do we? Because everything's comfortable. It's only when we're made uncomfortable that we actually start shifting forwards and start moving towards the things that we're meant to. And so this is one of those things. I think you're going to be made uncomfortable in some way this week, and it's going to make you, right, this is it, I've had enough. Let's do this. And so it's going, it is a blessing. It's going to shove you in the direction that you need to be going. So we've got a Page of Pentacles there. The Page of Pentacles is bringing you something, some news or something in the form of a pentacle. So, you know, you could be getting an email to say that you've received a job offer. That's you know, the end of working somewhere else. You know, it's something that's going to really, it's a good opportunity, and it's something that's going to make a difference in your material life. So like I say, it could be news, or it could be actual physical something. So physical money coming your way, or you know, you could get some really good news about your health. But it's positive. So let's have a couple of cards going with that. Let's see, Leo, what's coming your way. We've got the Hierophant. Again, that's he's holding his hand there in the symbol of a blessing. The Queen of Wands. So the Hierophant is all about tradition, about how things have always been done. And the Queen of Wands is about moving forwards, about being entrepreneurial, about being creative, taking action, moving forwards in a fiery kind of way, drawing abundance. So I think, you know, maybe it's about time to start shifting things and maybe looking at other options about how you need to do things, how you need to achieve things. Maybe this Page of Pentacles is going to offer you options about doing that. But I do feel by the end of the week you're looking at things in a different perspective and looking at doing things and actually taking action on things in a completely different kind of way, rather than the way that you've always done them. So we've got the Knight of Wands there as well. So he, again, he's a wand, he's fiery, he's moving forward. He's actually, you know, on a mission as well. He's seeing how he can take himself forward, how he can move himself forward towards his joys, his passions, the things that bring him satisfaction. So, you know, it's very much systems go this week, and it's all about you. It's about you being proactive, you making the choices, you creating the vision, and, you know, just moving yourself forwards towards that. We've got the Four of Pentacles with that, and we have the Two of Swords. No, the Two of Wands. So the Four of Pentacles is about holding on to things too tightly. So maybe there is something that you're going to have to release in order for you to move forward, to make a choice about where you're going next, about your vision for your future. There's something that you're going to have to let go of, and that is, you know, something that's material, something that maybe you're holding a little bit too close to your chest. Maybe it's a little bit for fear or protection. Could be money, it could be related to your health. You know, you're not doing something because you're worried about how that will have an impact on your health. But, you know, you've got to free yourself up this week to release and just go with the energy, move forward. It's like you've got a tailwind behind you this week, and it's really pushing you towards the things that the place you need to be going. The energy is really in your favour, I think, and you know, he's got the world in his hands there. It's up to you where you go. It's up to you where you take yourself. You're in charge. What more can I say, Leo? It's a really good reading. It is a really good reading. And know that there is always enough, that things will always turn out. The universe will have your back. You know, my favourite saying is, and it has been when the children were small, when we moved to France, when things have been difficult, something will always turn up. And it will. It will. The universe will have you back. But it's all about you. Dream the world into being. How do you want your world to look? What's your vision for your future, Leo? Right, I'm going to leave it at that. Short and sweet. I hope it's been helpful. Please let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what your feedback is. I'd love to know if it resonates on any level. In the meantime, you look after yourself. Stay rooted, stay open, stay magical, and I will catch up again with you very, very soon.